Alrighty, so okay, hopefully we're finishing this today. If I don't finish it today, we're doing a part three. And then, well, after this is all done, we then gotta also rate the upcoming seasons and specials coming up. I am rating all of South Park, whether you like it or not. It's happening. So I'm planning to rate seasons 11 through 26 today because I got through 10 seasons yesterday, and well, we're gonna get through 16 today. So hopefully we can do it because these seasons are a bit shorter. The seasons that I rated yesterday are only they're like 17 episodes long, so it was quite a long video. So, anyways, let's get started. I don't want to waste any time. All right, season 11. First episode is with apologies to Jess Jackson. Pretty much, this is just an episode, I'm pretty sure, where um Randy accidentally says the N word on live television, and he's trying to stop, and he's pretty much just everyone's ashamed of him, and then also Cartman is making fun of this midget, like this teacher dude who's a midget at the school, and pretty much everyone's getting mad at him. It's funny episode. I remember it very much. It's a good episode. 8 out of 10. Next we got Cartman sucks. Pretty much this is an episode where Cartman uh takes a photo of um Butters sucking his willy, and because pretty much they were at a sleepover, he so Butters was asleep, and then Carmen got him into the right position, took a photo of it so it would be funny, but then he realized that it was really gay. So um and then he was worried that Kyle, the kid in the green hat, got his hands on it, so he was trying to pretty much make it so Kyle didn't have the photo anymore. And yeah, it was a very funny episode. It is such a classic. I remember it completely. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. Next, we got Lice Capades. This is also a very memorable episode. If you don't know what happens in this one, I shall explain what happens in this one. Um, Pretty much, it shows what is going on in Clyde. I think his name is Clyde's head. No, like on top of Clyde's head in his hair, because he's got lice, and it shows what the lice are going through. Like, for example, when he adds the shampoo to his head to get rid of the fucking lice, pretty much it shows all the lice climbing up pieces of his hair trying to escape the shampoo. They're all freaking out because some of them are burning alive in the shampoo. It's a funny episode. Very memorable, not extremely funny, but yeah, it's good. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. Next, we got the Snook. This is just an episode where they are scared that this celebrity, I can't remember who it was, has a nuke up her ass. So yeah, the Snook. um, Not extremely memorable, quite funny. 6 out of 10. Next, we got the Fantastic Easter Special. This is literally just where Stan wants to try and find the history of Easter, the reality, like the truth behind Easter, pretty much. And he finds out that his dad works in this bunny organization, and then yeah, you find out some stuff. I think he find out that Saint Peter was a rabbit. It's funny. Um, a good episode, 8 out of 10. Next, we got D Yikes. Yeah, pretty much this is just an episode where Mr. Garrison gets invited to a lesbo bar, and where so you know how Mr. Garrison is transgender. Pretty much in this episode, he becomes a lesbian transgender. Yeah, it's quite a funny episode because then at the start of the episode, the kids got some Mexicans to write them an essay for Mr. Garrison. It's a funny episode. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. Next, we got Night of the Living Homeless. This is literally just an episode where in South Park, homeless people keep migrating to South Park and asking for change, and pretty much everybody's really scared because they feel like if they're going to give change to the homeless, they're going to start asking for change and they're going to become homeless. And pretty much at the end of the episode, it's literally just a giant homeless apocalypse in South Park. So then they have to lead them away to another place. It's a really funny episode. It's such a classic. It's got the fucking California love. Yeah, it's got that, and it's just it's so good. 9 out of 10. Next, we got Le Petit Tourette. This is just an episode where Cartman finds out what Tourette's is, and Cartman wants Tourette's, so pretty much he pretends that he has it, so he can swear and say whatever he wants without getting in trouble. This, I'm gonna give it like a 10 out of 10. It's one of my favorite episodes in all of South Park. It's so fucking good. Check it out. Yep. Next, we got more crap. This is pretty much where Randy, um, so he's taking a shit and he ends up taking the biggest shit ever. And pretty much he goes to go win an award for it. It's a funny episode. It's got Bono in it saying that he literally is a shit. He's a turd. It's funny. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. Next, we got all Imagination Land episodes. This is literally just where all the boys accidentally travel into Imagination Land, and it's literally just where there's all these imaginary characters everywhere, just causing mayhem, and it's quite funny. I'd give the series like a 6 out of 10. It's not the best, not that funny to be honest. Then we got Guitar Queer O. Pretty sure this is just an episode where they try and be the best players at Guitar Hero. I can't remember. And I'm pretty sure Cartman says it's queer or something. I can't remember like at all. 5 out of 10. Next we got The List. Pretty much this is just an episode where the kids in the fourth grade class, the boys, find a list that has been made by the girls saying pretty much number one most attractive and the person at the bottom least attractive, and pretty much they want to try and find out. And then when Kyle finds out he's the least attractive person in the class, he starts feeling very insecure and wants to find out the truth. Yeah, pretty much that's the episode. It's really a classic. Like on YouTube, there was a reanimated version of that episode, and it's a very big classic for South Park, and it's good. It's very good. I really like that episode. Anyways, next. Oh shit, season 12. Alright, season 12 has some good episodes. Let's get to it. Um, First episode we got Total Trouble. This is literally where Cartman has a surgery and the doctors accidentally use the wrong blood and accidentally give him HIV. Yeah, and then he's got AIDS, and then he gets all pissed off, and when Kyle starts laughing and making fun of him, um, Cartman goes ahead and injects some of his blood into Kyle and gives him HIV. And then they go on an entire journey to try and meet that basketball player to try and find his secret on how he got rid of AIDS. Yeah, it's a funny, very funny episode. I really like this episode when I watch it. It's just good. 9 out of 10. Next, we got Britney's new look. It's where pretty much everyone is making fun of Britney Spears until the boys want to get into a room with her and take a photo of her so they could get rich off the photo. And then they get into the room, and then, well, she was told that they were her children, and then she was like, "Oh my god!" But then when she finds out they're not, she goes ahead and shoots herself right in the face, and then the boys have to try and pretty much cover it up because I don't want to get in trouble. So this episode, not really that entertaining. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. Next, we got Major Boobage. This is an episode where pretty much everyone starts getting high off of this cat liquid that comes out of cats. I think it's cat pee. Pretty much everyone's getting high off of it, especially Kenny. And whenever he gets high off of it, he goes into this weird world. Um, with a big booby lady. It's weird, and pretty much the whole episode is just them trying to make a law on that you can't get high off of cat pee. Yeah, it's a funny episode. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. Next, we got Canada on strike. This is just where goes on strike and wants to win, and pretty much, yeah, they are trying to be as threatening as possible, while America really does not give a shit, but is trying to give Canada what they want. Funny episode, 6 out of 10. Then we got Eek a Peakus, Eek a Penis. Yeah, pretty much what happens in this episode is so Mr. Garrison wants his penis back, and well, he doesn't want to be transgender anymore, but then yeah, they turn it into a mouse pretty much, and then it escapes, and then for the entire episode he's trying to get his penis back. Very funny episode. I'd give it like a 8 out of 10. And also the penis starts singing at one point. It's really good. Alright. Next we got Overlogging. This is just an episode where pretty much like the entire internet cuts out and everyone is trying to figure out what happened, and then everyone is trying to get their internet back. And at the end of the episode it's revealed that really all they had to do is go to the worldwide modem and just turn it off and on again. It was a great episode. I really, really did enjoy this episode. It was good. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. Then we got Super Fun Time. I don't think I watched all of this episode. I'm not really sure. Pretty much in this episode, they go to like a I don't know what to call it. It's like a village that is supposed to be set in like the 1800s, and where these actors never break character. And well, when no one wants to be partners with Cartman, Butters is forced to be partners with him. And then Mr. Garrison forces Butters to not let go of Cartman's hand for the entire trip. That's the plot of the episode, and well, Cartman gets up to some shenanigans, you can already tell. 7 out of 10. Next we got the China problem. This is literally just where Cartman wants to stop the Chinese from their plan when they have no plan, and he's just being a racist. And there's a funny episode where Butters can't stop shooting people in the balls. It's a funny episode. Also what happens in this episode, everyone is going around being like really scared of the new Indiana Jones movie. Everyone's just like, oh, why'd they have to do that to Indy? Yeah, it's a funny episode. 8 out of 10. Next we got breast cancer show ever. This is just an episode where pretty much Wendy does a presentation on how breast cancer is bad. Cartman makes fun of her, and then she organizes a fight against Cartman. And then Cartman tries to find his way out of the fight. And he looks like a real fucking pussy in this episode, and it's really, really funny. 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed this episode. Then we got Pandemic and Pandemic 2. I think these episodes are where they're trying to like I think they try to start like a flute band, and then they get sent over to a different country. I can't remember, and then then they somehow like trigger these killer guinea pigs, these killer giant guinea pigs at the end of the episode. Very unrememberable episode, but it's kind of just mayhem. I give this like a 6 out of 10. Then we got a fucking classic. Oh wait, no, no, this isn't a classic. Hang on. All right, this episode is not a classic. It's just a shitty episode where they trying to fucking promote countries and stuff. It's shit. I'd give it like a 3 out of 10. Now we got a classic, Elementary School Musical. This is a skit on a high school musical. Pretty much, this is just where everyone in the fourth grade class randomly starts singing in the middle of class. Literally everyone except for Stan, Kyle, Carmen, and Kenny. They're just sitting there going, what the fuck is going on? It's such a great episode, and then they're slowly evolving into people who stand up and sing in the middle of the fucking cafeteria. It's so good. I love this episode so much. Such a good one. Yeah, I'd give this one like a fucking 9 out of 10. It's so good. Then we got Ungroundable. Well, The Ungroundable. This is an episode where pretty much vampires have came to South Park Elementary, but they're not actual vampires, they're just kids who dress up as vampires. Butters thinks they're real vampires, and then he gets bitten, and then they bring him to Hot Topic to get vampire clothes. Then he thinks he's a vampire, so for the entire episode he's acting like a fucking vampire. This is a good episode. It's a classic Butters episode, and it's just good. 8 out of 10. Okay. Whew. We've already gotten through 2 seasons, and we've only gotten 16 minutes through the video. That's an average 8 minutes per season. That's good. Alright. The first episode for season 13 we got is The Ring. This is where pretty much Kenny gets a new girlfriend, goes to go see that Disney band. I forgot. The Jonas Brothers? The Jonas Brothers, yeah. Pretty much this is so she goes there. Oh no, he and his girlfriend go see the Jonas Brothers, and pretty much they give so the Jonas Brothers give his girlfriend a ring, and then also him a ring to say that they will never do anything bad. And by bad they mean no sex, no anything. So when Kenny gets really pissed off, so his friends try to cheer him up. It's yeah, it's a funny episode. I give it like a 8 out of 10. It's also got Mickey Mouse in it. So yeah. Then we got the Coon. This is the introduction to the Coon, the funny Cartman superhero phase, pretty much. And Cartman's going around town trying to promote himself. And he said, "Who's the Coon? Man, I don't know. What's the secret identity of the Coon?" And then there's another superhero called Mysterion, and he wants to find out. He's trying to fuck up his plan. So it's a funny episode. I'd give it like a 8 out of 10 as well. Then we got Eat, Pray, Queef. Yeah, this is just an episode where pretty much so they were supposed to get a new Terrence and Phillip episode. They didn't. So then instead they got the Queef sisters, and then Terrence and Phillip are complaining to the company, and then well, Terrence and Phillip find their new bitches. So yeah, it's a decent episode. I give it like a 6 out of 10. All right, next we got Fish Sticks. This is an episode where pretty much Cartman and Jimmy, well mainly Jimmy, Cartman didn't really do shit, make a joke on it's like, do you like fish sticks? And if you respond with yes, they'd say, "Oh, so you're a gay fish." Pretty much, yeah. Then it shows Kanye West didn't understand the joke and wants to find out who made the joke because everyone is calling him a gay fish. It is a classic as well. It's a good episode. I really like it. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. Next, we got Pinewood Derby. Pretty much, this is just an episode where Randy's trying to help Stan win the not annual, I don't know, Pinewood Derby, and then it slowly evolves into aliens coming to South Park. It's not very memorable and it's not very entertaining. Give it like a 5 out of 10. Next, we got Fat Beard. This is just an episode where Carmen wants to play pirates, and it turns to shit. That's really it. Carmen plays pirates. 6 out of 10. Next, we got Dead Celebrities. In this episode, I think what happens is Ike starts seeing pretty much ghosts everywhere, and then they want to try and find out why and what's happening, and it turns out that Michael Jackson is holding up the limbo. So it's funny, and then so they eventually get Ike to be possessed by Michael Jackson, so then he could stop being a whingy and then get what he wants in life. So yeah, a good way to show that Michael Jackson is stupid. I'd give this episode like an 8 out of 10. It's funny. Next, we got Butters Bottom Bitch. This is just an episode where pretty much Butters starts a kissing business, and then the police start to think that it's a prostitution business, and then they are trying to find him to arrest him. And while the police are going undercover, to try and catch these people using prostitutes. So yeah, prostitutes. It's a funny episode. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. Next, we got What the Fuck? Hang on. I think this is just an episode where pretty much they go into wrestling and they think wrestling is like a movie, and because it's so fucking fake. It's not very memorable. I don't really like this episode. I'd give it like a 4 out of 10. Next, we got Whale Wars. Yeah, this is just a funny episode where the Japanese start randomly killing dolphins and other animals, and they want to find out what the fuck is going on. It's a funny episode, kind of similar to that one Simpsons Treehouse of Horror thing, but yeah, I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. Next, we got the F word. This is just where a bunch of biker people start riding around town making lots of fucking noise, and then the boys start getting really annoyed and start calling them a slur, the F slur, and everybody thinks that the boys are targeting gay people. So yeah, I'd give this episode like a 8 out of 10. It's quite funny. Next, we got Dances with Smurfs. Pretty much, this is just where Cartman is trying to say that Wendy is a bad class president, and says that she is killing all the Smurfs. No, I think in this episode, Cartman becomes the guy on the school speakers, reading the school announcements after the previous kid got brutally murdered in that room. Cartman becomes the school announcements kid, and then pretty much he starts saying that Wendy is a bad class president, and says that she's killing Smurfs to get school supplies. It's a funny episode, quite a classic. I'd give it like a fucking 9 out of 10. Next, we got P. This is just where all the boys go to a water park and find out that the water is 99% pee, and then the pee starts flooding. And they find out if they dive into the pee, um, well, they go fucking crazy. So, yeah, I give this episode like a 7 out of 10. Alright, we are flying through these. Season 14. Let's go. Why am I going so fast? Jesus Christ. Wow. Alright. Season 14 time. Hang on. Alright, I gotta fly through these. Okay. First we got sexual healing. This is just an episode where pretty much Kyle, Kenny, and Butters find out that they are going to love sex when they're older. And well, they want to stop it, and pretty much the country is trying to stop that. So 7 out of 10. Next we got the Tale of Scrody McBoogables. This is where the boys make a book that is really horrific and all the people like. They say that Butters wrote the book to not get in trouble, but then they realize that all the adults like it, so then they try to get their recognition back, while Butters is busy writing a second book while everybody is enjoying the first one. I'd give this episode like an 8 or 9 out of 10. I don't know. Next we got Medicinal Fried Chicken. This is where KFC closes in town, I'm pretty sure, and Cartman wants his KFC back. Funny episode. 6 out of 10. It's not that entertaining. Next we got You Have Zero Friends. This is where everybody is all of a sudden obsessed with Facebook when they get Stan to join in on Facebook as well, and pretty much it's just really funny because then he really wants to quit Facebook because he's got like 100,000 friends at the end of the episode. Good episode. I'd give it like a 8 out of 10. Next, we got 200 and 201. These are two episodes that are very weird. They got taken down. They are two banned episodes of South Park. You can't really get them anymore. Pretty much what happens in these ones is so it's showing the secrets of everything, and it shows who Cartman's real dad was, and it was actually Scott Tenorman's dad, who is dead because Cartman killed him. Yeah, funny episode. And also it shows Jesus, and well, the reason it got taken down was because Tom Cruise and also a guy that I won't mention the name. Yeah, all right. I'd give these episodes like a 8 out of 10. They're good. Next we got Crippled Summer. This is where all the crippled go to a summer camp, and well, they have lots of fun at a summer camp. Good episode. Fucking 6 out of 10. It's not the best. Next, we got Poor and Stupid. This is just where Cartman really wants to join NASCAR because he thinks that only poor and stupid people can join NASCAR. Funny episode. Fuck. 9 out of 10. Next, we got It's a Jersey Thing, where a bunch of people from New Jersey move into South Park, and they cause a bunch of fucking mayhem because, well, New Jersey people are absolute assholes. 8 out of 10. Next, we got Inception. This is where pretty much they find out that Stan is a hoarder. He hoards his stuff and puts it in his locker. So they want to try and stop that with therapy, and they also find out that Mr. Mackey is a hoarder, so they also want to stop that with therapy. But then they accidentally get them stuck in their dreams. Good episode, kinda. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. Next, we got Coon 2 Hindsight. This is just a continuation to the Coon, where more stuff happens with Mysterion and everything. Then we got then we also got Mysterion Rises, Coon vs. Coon and Friends, and yeah, I'd give all these episodes like a fucking 8 out of 10. It has Cthulhu in it. It's pretty good. It's like a big 1 hour thing. It's good. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Next, we got Cream Fraiche. This is just an episode where Randy really wants to do cooking and puts a thing called Cream Fraiche on everybody's foods. Very funny episode. I enjoyed it. I'd give it like a fucking 7 out of 10. Yeah, 7 out of 10. All right. Next, season 15. Holy shit. I'm just flying through these because I found out. I did the math. If I went at that rate, this video would be over 2 hours long, and I do not want that. So, yeah, season 15. We gotta keep going. Alright. First, we got Human Centipede. This is an episode where pretty much Kyle accepts the Apple terms of service, so then Apple puts him into a human centipede. If you don't know what that is, just imagine arse, mouth. Disgusting. And pretty much Cartman really wants an iPad, and at the end of the episode, he is offered a human centipede. But also, there's a very funny scene where it's like, can you please go across the street and get some condoms because I like to be safe before I get fucked. It's a good episode. It's really fucking funny. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. Just it would be a 10, but there's a really fucking disgusting scene at one point. So yeah. Next we got Funny Bot, where I'm pretty sure they get a robot at school to be funny for a talent show. I think I can't really remember. It's not that memorable. I'd give it like a 4 out of 10. Next we got Royal Pudding. Oh my. So in this episode, pretty much, Mr. Mackey makes all the kindergartners perform a play on tooth decay, pretty much, and he's pissed off when Ike can't do it because Mr. Mackey's dad died from tooth decay. When Ike is pretty much just whinging because the Princess of Canada was kidnapped by tooth decay, so he wants to save the Princess of Canada. It's a good episode. I actually have a Funko Pop of that one episode, and it's actually on my desk. That's cool. I'd say 8 out of 10. Next, we got TMI. This is just an episode where Carmen's really angry because the school puts up their average penis sizes, and it puts up Carmen's penis size on the bulletin board, and he's really pissed off. But then at the end of the episode, so then he goes to anger management class. Then at the end of the episode, it's revealed that that's not their penis sizes. That is how much they've grown over the past year. So yeah, funny. 8 out of 10. Next we got Crack Baby Athletic Association. This is an episode where pretty much Cartman starts a business on trying to make crack babies that had mothers addicted to crack, to play crack basketball, where they get a ball of crack and film the babies playing basketball with it. It's really fucked up, but really funny because the Butters screaming and turning into a plushie meme. That's where that comes from. I'd give it like a 8 out of 10. Next, we got City Sushi. This is just where Butters is accused of having multiple personality disorder when he doesn't, when his doctor does, and it kind of really is just a bit crazy. I'd give this episode like a 9 out of 10. It's very entertaining. Then we got You're Getting Old and Asperger's. This is a two-part episode where pretty much Stan turns 10, I think, and then pretty much he starts seeing the entire world as shit. Like everything to him is literally not just bad shit, like literal poo. Like for example, when he's listening to his radio, he can just hear farts. It's a really it's a funny episode, and while Cartman is running a business with burgers, and pretty much they find out that he's actually been shoving the burgers up his ass. So yeah, funny episodes. 8 out of 10. Next, we got The Last of the Mohicans. This is just where pretty much they do Mexican roleplay with the big wall and everything. It's funny. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. It's not the best. Next, we got Bass to Mouth. This is just where pretty much there's a new website. I forgot what it's called, but pretty much they start so all their secrets are being revealed on that website. All the boys' secrets are being revealed on it, and they want to try and figure out who's doing this to stop them. And well, yeah, it's very funny. Next, we got Broadway Bro Down. Oh yeah, Bass to Mouth. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. Good episode. Next, we got Broadway Bro Down. This is literally where Stan and Shelly do this Broadway. I can't really remember, but I remember this kid is like a fucking. Oh wait, no, this is the episode where Randy gets the fucking. Oh my god, finds out that pretty much theater is just so pretty much everyone, all the males can get blowjobs from their wives. Yeah, I remember it now. I vaguely remember it. So then Randy starts a whole theater thing, so then he can get a blowjob. Yeah, it's a good episode. I give it like a 7 out of 10. Next, we got 1%. This is just where pretty much everyone is accusing Cartman of not being healthy and causing the class to have to do so much more PE. So then he gets back home and all of his plushies are secretly being murdered. And then he wants to try and figure out who's doing this just because he's the 1%. It's a funny episode. I'd give it like a 8 out of 10. It's a classic Cartman episode and it's just good. Then we got a History Channel Thanksgiving. I'm not going to rate this one because I haven't watched it. First time I watched it, I fell asleep, and the second time, there was no audio, and I couldn't get there to be audio, so I haven't watched it. I do not know what happens in this episode. I'm sorry. I can't rate it. All I've seen is there is a giant turkey. That's really all I remember. It's I'm sorry. Next we got The Poor Kid. I vaguely remember this episode. Vaguely. I remember Kenny's parents get arrested and then pretty much yeah, Kenny and his siblings have to do stuff. I can't remember. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. Sorry, I can barely remember it. Season 16, woohoo! This is a good season, kinda. Not the best. Oh my god, we still have so many seasons to go. Well, let's just rush through it, shall we? Yes, we shall. First, Reverse Cowgirl. This is an episode where I can't remember. I remember it. I remember it. Okay, here we go. Pretty much, this is an episode where Clyde doesn't put his toilet seat down, and his mother keeps complaining to him until his mother ends up falling down the toilet, resulting in her death. And pretty much, then they try to sue the guy who made the toilet. It's a funny episode. It's quite a classic for season 16. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. Next, we got Cash for Gold. This is another classic for season 16. pretty much what happens in this one is so Cartman starts running a cash for gold business. This is probably my favorite episode of season 16, by the way. Pretty much, yep, so Stan is pissed off that people are scamming the elderly people all across the world with cash for gold thingies, saying that this is an amazing deal for this piece of jewelry. So then Stan goes and calls the guy who runs the cash for gold thing, and he's like, "You should kill yourself." And then yeah, pretty much Stan just wants to try and get his grandpa's money back. It's a very funny episode. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. Next we got Faith Hilling, where it's pretty much just an episode where they try and bring back old memes that were never really memes in the first place. I'd give this episode like a 6 out of 10. Next, we got Jupacabra. This is just an episode where pretty much Cartman thinks that there is a monster out there called the Jupacabra, and he's really scared, and he's trying to warn everyone about the Jupacabra. It's a very funny episode. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. Next, we got Butter Balls. This is where Butter's grandmother comes to visit town, and he is really scared because his grandmother is very violent to him. Like, she's kind of an asshole. I'd give this episode like a fucking 8 out of 10. Next, we got I Should Have Never Gone Ziplining. There's a photo of this episode actually provided in the poster. Pretty much, this is where they go ziplining. They think it's so fucking boring that it kind of becomes like a reality show of them going, "Oh my god, this is so boring." Yeah, it's a kind of a boring episode in whole. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. Then we got Cartman Finds Love. He doesn't find love. He finds love for another person. Pretty much, he's trying to matchmake two black people because he's really racist. I'm pretty sure this is where Cupid Cartman gets introduced. Yeah, funny episode. I'd give it like a 8 out of 10. Next we got Sarcastable. This is where they start a sport named Sarcastable. I'm pretty sure it's sarcastic. Oh, it's funny. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. Not the most memorable. Then we got Raising the Bar. Um, pretty sure this is where. Hang on, I'm trying to think here. Pretty sure this is an episode where Cartman gets like this um one of those scooters that disabled people and old people use. Pretty much yeah, he gets one of those, and it's a whole thing with raising the bar. I can barely remember this episode. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. Next we got Insecurity. This is where everybody thinks that uh so Kyle's mom was banging the delivery man, the UPS dude, and they wanted to try and get more security because they thought the UPS man was up to some shenanigans. When he wasn't. They were just doing roleplay. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. Then we got Going Native. I do not remember what happened in this episode. Oh my. I think it's just an episode where Butters starts going native. I honestly do not know. I give this episode like a 3 out of 10. I cannot remember. I actually got a Nightmare on FaceTime. This is just where pretty much Randy gets a video store, like a DVD store, and then, well, he thinks that he's getting so many sales, but no streaming services are beating DVDs, so no one's coming into the store. And then pretty much, he doesn't let Stan go out trick or treating because Randy says that he needs help with the store when no one's there. So then pretty much Stan has to FaceTime his friends on his iPad, and then they go trick or treating. It's a very funny episode. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. Next, we got Scores for Applause. Oh my. I do not remember this episode at all. I just spent like 3 minutes trying to figure out the fucking plot, but it has something to do with Jesus and drugs. I cannot remember. I'd give it like a 3 out of 10. Next, we got Obama Wins. This is just an episode of Obama's campaign at winning. And they actually predicted it, which is kind of cool. I give this episode like a 6 out of 10. Woo, season 17. We still got 10 more seasons to go, but all of these seasons are just 10 episodes long, so they're not very long. So we're just gonna rush through them as fast as we possibly can. Alright? Let's go. First we got Let's Go, Let Go. I think this is just an episode where Cartman tries to stop Kyle from invading his privacy. I cannot remember at all. Yeah. This episode is not familiar at all. Anyways, I'd give it like a 3 out of 10. Next, we got Informative Murder Porn. This is an episode where pretty much all the adults in South Park are now watching informative murder porn, which pretty much one couple watching it, the dad murders the mom, and well then everyone in South Park is really scared that informative murder porn is persuading parents to murder each other. Yeah, and then well they try to put a ban on informative murder porn in all of South Park, and well they have like this lock on the porn, pretty much saying that it's asking you questions about Minecraft. If you can guess it, then well you can start watching it again. So then all the adults have to go learn Minecraft. It's a very stupid episode. I'd give it like 8 out of 10. Next we got World War Zimmerman. I remember this episode being really stupid. I remember Cartman being some myth person. I can't remember at all. I give it like a 5 out of 10. I don't know. Then we got Goth Kids 3 Dawn of the Posers. This is just where hang on. Hang on, let me try and remember this one. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Let me take a drink. Alright. I think in this one the Goth Kids return doing something. I honestly cannot remember. 2 out of 10. Next we got Taming Strange. This is an episode where Ike all of a sudden turns really like man, like his voice starts going really deep, and he starts wanting to fuck that one person from Yo Gabba Gabba. It's really weird. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. Next we got Ginger Cow, where pretty much Cartman puts a ginger wig on a cow, gives it freckles, and then the entire world thinks that that is a sign of peace. And then Cartman tries to prove otherwise, where Kyle tries to prove that it is. I give this episode like a 5 out of 10. Yeah. Then we got Black Friday, A Song of Ass and Fire, and Titties and Dragons. This is literally just an episode, well, 3 episodes that are all together, and it's literally just showing Black Friday. It's showing the events of Black Friday. You can see it all in the poster that I provided. That is these 3 episodes. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. Next we got The Hobbit, where pretty much everyone is saying, so pretty much everyone's using Photoshop to try and make themselves look better, and then Wendy is trying to prove otherwise, saying that Kim Kardashian, Butter's person that so they're saying that Kim Kardashian uses Photoshop, and then Wendy is saying that Kim Kardashian is a hobbit. It's a funny episode because then Kanye West is saying that his girlfriend isn't a hobbit. Yeah, I give this episode like a 7 out of 10. Quite funny. Alright. Season 18. Let's go. I barely remember most of these. Alright, so pretty much these 2 episodes, Go Fund Yourself and Gluten Free Ebola, is 2-part episode, pretty much, in Go Fund Yourself. The kids start a Kickstarter company to try and earn more money. It's kind of a boring episode. I give it like a 6 out of 10. And then Gluten Free Ebola, they continue and pretty much they go back to school and they try and get all the kids to like them again, while Mr. Mackey is ignoring other staff while having fun with his gluten free diet. 6 out of 10 for both of them. Next, we got The Sissy. This is an absolute fucking classic for season 18. Classic. Pretty much what happens in this one is Cartman pretends that he's a girl so he can use the fucking women's restroom so he can get more toilet time. And well, then pretty much he asks for his own bathroom because, well, he's a transgender now. It's a funny episode, really funny, and it also shows that Randy Marsh is Lord. Good episode. Fucking 9 out of 10. Then we got Handy Car. Um, I think this is an episode where I cannot remember. Oh my fuck. This is just an episode where pretty much some adults are persuaded to drive in Timmy's handy car. I barely fucking remember. I'm giving it like a 4 out of 10. Next we got the Magic Bush. I bet this is an episode where fucking Butters sees some magic bush. I can't remember. 6 out of 10. Next we got Freemium Isn't Free. I remember this. This is where Jimmy tries to promote a Terrence and Phillip mobile app when it's a really, really shitty app, and pretty much, well, they realize that Jimmy is an ad. Yeah, it's a really stupid episode. I'd give it like a 8 out of 10. It's funny. Next we got Grounded Vindaloop. This is where Butters is stuck in virtual reality, and they start realizing that, well, all of everything is virtual reality, and it's pretty fucking crazy. I'd give this episode like 7 out of 10. Next, we got Cock Magic, where the boys start getting interested in cock magic, which is not what you think. It's pretty much where they get chickens to play Magic the Gathering. But what Randy thinks it is he thinks it's doing magic with his cock. Yeah. So, funny episode. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. Next, we got Rehash and Happy Holograms. These are two-part episode where pretty much there's a bunch of holograms everywhere. They're trying to find out the secrets behind ads, and yeah, it's fucking chaos. 7 out of 10. Woohoo! I'm hoping we can get through all of this today. Really hoping. Season 19. We've almost gone through 10 seasons, guys. Then we still have another 6 seasons to go. Oh my god. Holy shit. First we got Stunning and Brave. This is literally just an episode where the new principal gets introduced and it's kind of all fucking chaos. It's kind of a shitty episode. I'd give it like a 5 out of 10. Next we got Where My Country Gone. This is a shit episode. This is just where they're complaining, saying Where My Country Gone because some random shit is going on. Can't remember it really. 4 out of 10. Next we got the city part of town. Why? I remember there being Jimmy Fallon in this episode. Other stuff, I can't remember. Fucking 6 out of 10. Next, we got You're Not Yelping. This is an episode where everyone in South Park is absolutely obsessed with the Yelp reviews and can't stop doing them. Because, well, they're reviewing pretty much everything. It's funny. I'd give it like a 8 out of 10. Next, we got Safe Space. This is an episode where, well, they want their safe space. Yeah, I can barely remember it. 5 out of 10. Next, we got Tweak X Craig. Craig. This is where a bunch of Asian kids keep drawing pictures of Tweak and Craig being gay, and then the entire of South Park wants to see it as a reality. So then Tweak and Craig have to entertain South Park. Yeah, it's a funny episode, very classic for season 19. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Next, we got Naughty Ninjas. This is where the kids of South Park do ninja roleplay. Kind of stupid. Yeah, 6 out of 10. Next, we got sponsored content. I think sponsored content, truth and advertising, and PC Principal Final Justice. They're like a 3-part episode. I can't really remember though. By the way, for season 20, I'm rating the entire thing, like all in one whole, because it's not like 10 episodes. It's a 10-part thing. They're not different episodes, they're 10 parts. But yeah, for sponsored content, Truth and Advertising, and PC Principle Final Justice, these are just episodes with all the fucking ad stuff again. And they find this girl called Leslie. I can't remember. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. Next we got season 20. Wait, fuck. Season 20. This is a whole 10-part series, like I said, where pretty much online some troll is pretty much putting out mean comments to everyone, and they find out that it's actually Kyle's dad. And then, well, for the entire season, they are trying to find out who's doing it, and Denmark has something to do with everything, and it's just a real fucking big and chaotic season. And some episodes of the season are really shit. And also, Carmen gets a girlfriend in this season. It's pretty crazy. I give this 8 out of 10. All right. Season 21. We are trying to fly through this. We got season 21, season 22, season 23. So that's 30 episodes, and then we do not have that much to rate. We can fly through it once we've gotten through these three seasons. Okay, here we go. First of all, white people renovating houses. This is an episode where pretty much Randy and Sharon, Randy's wife, start renovating houses, pretty much. And they do like a show on it. I'd give this episode like a 7 out of 10. Then we got Put It Down. Put It Down is my favorite episode of the season 20s. Really, really good episode. Fucking hilarious. It's where Cartman tries to pretend that he wants to kill himself, and so then he tries to get attention off of everything while people are being hit by cars because people are distracted on their phones. And while Tweak is really scared because he thinks the fucking the Koreans are gonna nuke him. I give this episode a 10 out of 10. It's fucking hilarious. Then we got Holiday Special. This is just an episode where pretty much it's like fucking Randy finds this other dude, this native dude, and then I can't remember. I think it's Integrity Farms thing. I think it's something to do with drugs. 6 out of 10. Next, we got franchise prequel. This is where Coon and Friends come back, superheroes, and I think it's got Mark Zuckerberg in it. I remember there being Mark Zuckerberg, and yeah, they try and verse off against him. 8 out of 10. Then we got Hummels and Heroin. This is where Stan has to deliver Hummels to his grandfather because his grandfather needs to give the Hummels to the people that he knows at the retirement home. It's kind of chaotic. I give this episode like an 8 out of 10. It's quite funny. Then we got Sons of Witches. This is an episode where pretty much it's Halloween and a witch is terrorizing South Park. Yeah, because the adults don't know what they're doing. I give this episode an 8 out of 10. Then we got Doubling Down. This is where Cartman tries to persuade Heidi to no wait, Heidi tries to persuade Cartman to do a vegan diet. So then he puts like a word on KFC, making it look like it's vegan KFC, and tricks Heidi, and then she ends up becoming fat. It's not good. I give this episode like a 6 out of 10. Then we got Moss Piglets. Pretty much, Heidi is told that she is supposed to judge the science fair for crippled kids, and well, yeah, Moss Piglets are there. Fucking, it's a funny episode. I'd give it like a fucking 8 out of 10. Actually, got super hard PC-ness. This is where well, PC Principal is doing some super hard PC-ness. Trying to fucking principal kids. 6 out of 10. Next, we got Splatty Tomato. I think there's like an It and Stranger Things reference in this episode. It's a funny one. I'd give it like 8 out of 10 again. All right. 2 more seasons to go, and then we can fly by. Season 22. Yep. Okay. 20 episodes, and then it's not that long. Holy shit. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We can make this video like an hour long. I know we can. It's possible. We can make it like an hour. Alright, here we go. First episode, Mexican jokes. Mexican Joker? Pretty much, this is just a whole episode about marijuana farms and trying to stop them and shit. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. It's not the best. Then we got Banned in China. I just realized I'm an idiot. I was looking at the wrong season. Oh my god. I was looking at season 23. Okay. When we get to season 23, I will skip past those episodes because I've already reviewed them. But I will skip past Mexican Joker, Banned in China, and Shots. Not Shots actually, and not Banned in China. I'll skip past Mexican Joker because I've reviewed that. All right. Season 22. I'm sorry about that. Dead Kids. Is the first episode of season 22. A school shooting occurs at South Park. Elementary. However, when a SWAT member goes in to secure it, both grade teacher and her students are at non-compliant, attempting to ignore the disruption while reviewing a recent mathematics test. Eric Cartman is angry because having copied his answers from classmate Token Black, he fails the test and believes a Token initially put incorrect. Yeah, this is just an episode where pretty much Cartman is pissed off at Token. I remember this one. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. Next, we got A Boy and a Priest. This is just an episode where Stan tries to complain about going to church and tries to see why he has to do it. Okay, I give this episode like a 4 out of 10. I fucking hate it. Next, we got The Problem with a Poo. This is the episode where Mr. Hanky leaves South Park. This is a very sad episode because Mr. Hanky is Mr. Hanky. He's so good. And he left South Park in this episode. You get to see him again, but then he leaves. It's sad. Yeah, he gets kicked out. It's sad. I'd give this episode like a 9 out of 10 just because Mr. Hanky. Next, we got Tegrity Farms. This is an episode where Randy starts his farm named Tegrity Farms because he's pissed off and wants to sell weed and marijuana and stuff. I'd give this episode like a fucking 7 out of 10. Next, we got The Scoots. I do not remember this episode. This is just an episode where pretty much it's kind of Halloween and well everyone is going to ride the scooters and everybody thinks it's going to be absolute mayhem. And yeah, I give this episode like a 6 out of 10. Actually got Time to Get Cereal and Nobody Got Cereal. These two episodes are displayed in the poster that I provided. You can see Satan and Man Bear Pig. Pretty much the reason it's called Time to Get Cereal and Nobody Got Cereal is because Al Gore is the guy who spreads the myths about Man Bear Pig, and he in this episode he's like, "Do you not take me cereal?" And by cereal it means serious. And pretty much in this episode it's revealed that Man Bear Pig is completely real and is going to terrorize South Park. So then Satan has to get in a fight with Man Bear Pig and try and get rid of him. This episode these two episodes 8 out of 10. Next we got Buddha Box, where Cartman puts a box on his head, says it's a Buddha box, so then he can get more time on his phone. I give this episode like a 7 out of 10. It's quite funny. Next, we got Unfulfilled. Pretty much in this episode, Butters is really excited for the bike parade and plans to win something, and then, well, it has something to do with Amazon. I'd give this episode like a 7 out of 10. Next, we got Bike Parade, which is the bike parade, and, well, yeah, lots of chaos happens, and, yeah, it's Keddy, everything, yeah, that's 7 out of 10. Alright, season 23. Whew, alright. I got past Mexican Joker. Banned in China. This is where pretty much Stan wants to start a band, goes a bit crazy, and then uh Randy wants to go to China to expand the Tegrity Farms business. I'd give this episode like a 6 out of 10. Next we got Shots. This is an episode where shots. Oh wait, no. Cartman doesn't want his flu shot pretty much, and they're trying to give it to him, and then whatever they're about to give it to him, he starts squealing like a pig. It's a funny episode, 6 out of 10. Next, we got Let Them Eat Goo. I do not remember this episode. pretty much all I really remember from this episode is that Randy is struggling because his business is failing and he wants to make it better. I can barely remember this episode. 4 out of 10. All right, Integrity Farms Halloween special. This is a Halloween special for Integrity Farms, and pretty much I think they do like a cauldron special. I can't remember. It's a funny episode. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. Actually, got season finale, which is just the end of the Integrity Farms thing. It's not the season finale of season 23. It's just the end of Integrity Farms. um, where Randy feels complete or something. I can't remember. 6 out of 10. Next, we got Bored Girls. This is just an episode with the PC babies, PC principals babies, and then also a strong woman is competing in a kind of like strong thingy. Yeah. Then we got Turd Burglars, which is an episode where pretty much so Kyle's mom had a fecal transplant, causing her to be really healthy. Then the other ladies want her shit, so then they can get a fecal transplant for themselves and become really healthy again. So then they get the kids to get her shit for them. It's a really fucked up episode, but it's very funny. It had a Dune reference in it. It's like the spice melange. It's a funny episode. I'd give it like a fucking 8 out of 10. Next we got Basic Cable. I think this is the episode where Scott, I think his name is, I forgot his name, but the kid with the lisp and the diabetes, pretty much, yeah, he gets a girlfriend and needs cable. And yeah, it's fucking, I can't barely remember it. I give it like a 7 out of 10. And then we got Christmas Snow. It's Christmas time, and Integrity Farms is doing a Christmas special, and they do pretty much cocaine on the weed. It's fucked. It's really fucked. Um, yeah. 8 out of 10. All right, fuck. Let's go. Season 24. Okay. There's only 2 episodes in. Wait, actually, I'd say probably 4 for season 24. I'm gonna count the pandemic special, South Park vaccination special, post COVID, and post COVID the return of COVID. That's just 4 we need to rate. All right, and then we need to rate season 25, and then the streaming wars, and then season 26. Easy. I remember pretty much all of these episodes. All right. Season 24, the pandemic special. This is just an episode where pretty much COVID is introduced into the South Park world. And, well, everyone is kind of trying to find out what caused it and how to stop it. And, yeah, while everyone is going quite fucking crazy. It's a funny special for South Park. I really liked it. I'd give it like a fucking 9 out of 10. Next, we got the vaccination special. This is where they try to get the vaccination for COVID so they can stop it. Um, yeah, but they don't end up stopping it. They just kind of end up making it worse. 8 out of 10. Next, we got post COVID. Post COVID zooms into the future when everyone is adults. I fucking loved post COVID. It was so good to like make South Park better. Pretty much what it shows, yeah, it shows everyone as adults, and Cartman is revealed to be a Jew in the future with COVID, and he has a wife, he has children. It's funny as fuck, and pretty much what they're trying to do is they are trying to find out how to stop COVID once and for all, so then they can have a happy future. And well, Kenny is of course dead in this one. Yeah, that's cool. I love this episode. I'd give it like a fucking, well, this special 9 out of 10. Next we got post COVID, the return of COVID. In this one, it introduces adult Butters, and he's selling NFTs. And pretty much in this one, they zoom into the future. And well, yeah, they try. Wait, no, they zoom into the past to try and stop COVID. And yeah, Clyde gets shot. Stuff happens. I give this episode like a 8 out of 10. Well, the special. All right, season 25. Okay, here we go. Pajama Day. This is an episode. It's Pajama Day. In South Park, and everyone is celebrating over Pajama Day. And well, yeah, I can't really remember what happened. It has something to do with Matt Damon. It's a fucking man. It's a silly episode. Pretty good though. 7 out of 10. Next we got the Big Fix. This is just an episode where Stan realizes that Token's name is Tolkien. and well, they start becoming friends, but then enemies, but then it's kind of crazy. Good episode though, 6 out of 10, kind of. We got City People. This is an episode where pretty much oh, fuck, fuck, yeah, Cartman's mom becomes a real estate agent. Cartman doesn't want his mom to be a real estate agent, so then he tries to stop it while trying to keep it going. He's kind of a mixed bag in this episode. I give it like a 7 out of 10. Next we got Back to the Cold War. This is where Mr. Mackey is pretty much. So wait, no, Butters is has started riding horses, and I think it's called poultry. I can't remember. Pretty much, yeah. And then, well, he kind of fucking sucks at it, while Mr. Mackey is also doing the Back to the Cold War thingy. And, well, he's kind of zooming into the past, becoming like a spy. It's a good episode. I give it like a fucking 9 out of 10. It's really good. Then we got Help My Teenager Hates Me. This is an episode where pretty much the kids are trying to get into airsoft, and they all get assigned their own teenagers, and well, they're trying to survive with their teenagers while their teenagers are being real fucking assholes. This episode I'd give like a 7 out of 10. Next we got Cred Degree Weed St. Patrick's Day Special. This is an episode where pretty much it's St. Patrick's Day, and they're supposed to be wearing green, and Butters starts pinching people because they're not wearing green, so then he gets arrested. It's a funny episode. I'd give it like a 8 out of 10. It's a Butters episode, so of course it's good. Then we got South Park: The Streaming Wars and South Park: The Streaming Wars Part 2. This is a funny episode where pretty much I think it's, yeah. So instead, so you think it's the streaming services having wars. It is, but not like streaming services as in movies and TV shows. Streaming services as in like rivers to promote their businesses, like a river, a stream of water, streaming service, and they put like little boats on it with a flag promoting their business. It's a very funny thing, and pretty much it's two specials, and a bunch of chaos happens. 8 out of 10. Now we've got season 26. Here we go. This is the final season, and then we are finished. Oh my god. Oh, I'm tired. Alright. First we got Cupid Yee. This is an episode where pretty much Cartman is well, Cupid is back once again, and it has something to do with Kanye West. I can barely remember this. I think Cupid is back for Valentine's Day, and he's shooting people, turning them into real assholes. Why can't I remember this one? I remember it being really good though. I'd give it like a 8 out of 10. Next we got the Worldwide Privacy Tour. This is where Harry and Meghan, and in this one, it's not Harry and Meghan, it's fucking the Prince and Princess of Canada come to South Park. They want their privacy, but they don't want their privacy. They want attention, but they don't want privacy. Um, they do want privacy. Yeah, it's really weird, and it's really funny seeing them be absolute idiots and seeing South Park embarrass Harry and Meghan. It's funny. I loved it. 9 out of 10. Next we got Japanese toilet. This is where Randy discovers Japanese toilets, and well, he ends up getting shot, I think. It's a funny episode. 6 out of 10. Next we got Deep Learning. This is a skit on AI generated stuff, pretty much where so they find out about Chat GPT, which is an AI generating app, and they use it to generate texts, essays, and stuff to help them in school. I'd give this episode like an 8 out of 10. Next, we got Dick and Balls Hot Dogs, where pretty much oh my god, hang on, let me think. I need to think. What happened? Fuck. Pretty much, I think Cartman. Wait, so Butters gets a job, I remember, and then Cartman gets a job there as well, and then Cartman then wants to start a business at his hot dog house, and well, yeah, he does using all of Butters' money. Funny episode, 8 out of 10. Then we got Spring Break, the final episode. Oh my god, pretty much this one Mr. Garrison and his boyfriend go on holiday to somewhere, I can't remember. And it's spring break while Randy and Stan and stuff are having like a kind of boys' party back at the house. Well, Stan doesn't really want to. I give this episode a fucking Deacon Balls Hot Dogs 8 out of 10. Yep, spring break 7 out of 10. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're finished. That's every episode. I can't read anymore. I just rated every single episode of South Park. Holy shit. Oh, I am happy now. I'm probably not gonna do these videos very often. I just realized how painful that was. Don't expect me to ever rate every single Simpsons episode. That is not happening. That I didn't think that would be so painful. But it was. It really was tiring. Oh my god. Boring as hell as well. I'm sorry, but it was. Anyways, damn. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed. There will be a part 3 when the future episodes of South Park come out. I didn't think I would be able to fit all 16 seasons in 1 hour and 10 minutes. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. Damn. Well, anyways, there you go. I rated every South Park episode. Yeah, that's really all I gotta say. See ya.